What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be filming the first episode of a series I'm making called Road to Becoming a Full-Time Trader. So this series, man, it's really just going to be me documenting my journey and my progress on quitting my 9-to-5 job. I'm going to be showing you guys kind of like day-in-the-life stuff because trading is a lot more than just the charts, man. Like, really a lot of it, or most of it, is who you are as a person and your mindset and your daily habits. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be taking you guys through that. But kind of fucked up, yo. Like, I'm mad at myself. I was supposed to wake up this morning and trade with the team. I trade with Doyle Exchange. I'm sure you guys know who that is if you trade. If you don't, you should definitely check them out. But yeah, I was supposed to trade with the team, man, but I was fucking stupid ass for sleeping, man. Like, lazy ass was sleeping, so I missed the trade and it would have hit too. So I'll show you guys that real quick. Right here, could have got a nice 1-to-1 trade, but is what it is, man. I swear it feels like every single time I missed my trade because I was sleeping or some shit. That's when a good setup would have happened. But that's the thing with trading, man. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be there every single day. Like, the day you decide not to show up could have been the day that you passed your funded account or hit your biggest trade or had your best trading day. So consistency is important, man. Consistency is everything. You gotta be there. You gotta show up every single day. So that's my fault. I'm gonna be better tomorrow. But yeah, man, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so now it's time to get into some back testing. So I'm going to be doing some SPX 500. Oh yeah, I'm just going to be looking for some 5-minute demand or supply and demand setups. But yeah. So first, I always like to start with my top-down analysis, so we'll go to the daily time frame. Alright, I can clearly see we above the 50 and the 200 SMA. Broke structure to the high. Let's go to the 4 hour. Okay, so we do have this little 4 hour demand right here. That's right next to the 50 SMA. Usually what I like to do is go onto the 4 hour I'm gonna do my top-down analysis and see if there's any supply or demand zones. And if there is, I like to wait for price to come back and tap into it before I get my entry. So we'll go down to 1 hour and see. And if we go down to the 1 hour, you can see right here. Let me get the brush out. You can see right here, we got a little 1 hour demand zone. So right now, price broke structure here, and it's looking like it wants to come back down into this 4 hour demand, or at least it's 200 SMA. So let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. It's got a drop. It's going on 5 minute. Okay. So I want to see it tap the zone. Breaking a little structure to the upside, but I'm guessing price is gonna reject off this supply zone right here. Let's see. Got the tap, rejection. Okay, it broke it. Okay. So this sounds no longer good. Alright, so price is breaking highs to the upside. What did it tap into though? Let me see. So it doesn't look like price really tapped into any demand zones or anything. So that's the only thing I don't like, because now price left this gap between the demand zone and this wick right here. So most likely this gap is gonna end up getting filled. It's gonna end up tapping into here. But like I said, we are breaking highs to the upside. We did break this supply zone. So I'm gonna see if price wants to hold off this 5 minute. So price is looking like it wants to hold off the 50 SMA in the 1 hour. And we're rejecting off it here. Candle didn't close in the zone, so I'm gonna see what this next candle does. Okay, yeah. So this zone's no good. I wanna see price fill this gap. There we go. Okay. So now gap got filled. Price is tapping into the 4 hour. These two candles didn't close. So now I want to see price start breaking structure to the upside, and I want to see it give me a 5 minute demand setup to get my entry. Let's go on the 4 hour. It's tapping it right there. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Alright, we got the tap. Let's see if it wants to hold off this. Got the engulfing candle, so I could enter right here. The only thing I don't like is that price might want to reject off this 50 SMA. If we go down to the 1 minute, let me see what happens. Okay. Looks like price wants to hold here, so I'm gonna get my entry. I stop under the candle. We'll aim for this high right here. This is 100K account we're trading, so I'm gonna be risking like pretty much 1% of the account, so 1,000. So let's see what happens. Bang. There we go. Nice. 1 to 1.3. So we up 1.4 thousand. Started off. Good trade. That's a nice, clean, simple demand setup right here. We got this 5-minute demand. Price came, left this gap right here between this and the demand zone. And price corrected itself, filled the gap, rejected with no candles closing in the zone, and yeah, straight profit, no drawdown. So that's a clean trade. That's like a typical trade that I'd look for. So let's see if we can get another. Okay, so price is giving us more breaks of structures, but we are approaching this 5-minute supply right here. Alright, well, we're tapping into it right now, so we're most likely gonna see a rejection, but I'm bullish on the market today, so I think it's gonna keep breaking structure, break the zone, and keep heading up. So let's see if we get the break. If we get the break, I'm waiting for it to come back into this demand. Let me see. Alright. Just broke the zone. So let's see if price wants to come back. Hold into here. It's demand. Gotta get this shit precise. Believe it or not, actually matters. Okay, so it's looking like price wanted to hold off of this demand right here instead. Let's see. If that happens, all I do is simply go into the next demand zone. Because now that we also broke this supply, it's most likely going to retest it and keep going up. Alright, so price was pretty much just correcting itself. It came into this little 5-minute demand and looks like it's heading up. The one thing I don't do is though, when trading supply and demand, is I don't trade when the market's consolidating. Like when it's moving sideways like that, you're not gonna find a good setup. Like it's possible sometimes, yes, there will be a supply or demand setup, but you're gonna be in the trade like forever, and the sooner you can be out of a trade, the better. Okay, so price was just still correcting itself, but it did give us this demand here. Let's see if it wants to come to this one. Although we are in this 15-minute demand right here. Which we haven't broke yet, so I might take this one on the 15-minute. See, on the 1-minute, price is rejecting off this 50 SMA, so I want to see it break this before I get in. Okay. I'll get in a little aggressive here. I could wait for a little more breaking structure, but price has been bullish this whole time, so. But that does also mean price is probably gonna wanna end up correcting at some point to grab liquidity down here, but I think we can get another one in. Alright, we're in, risking 1%, 1,000 for 2,000. see if we can get it. Well, looks like we got stopped out like right away. The price still might want to hold in this demand zone, didn't break it yet. Okay. I think I'm gonna get a re-entry right here. I'll put my stop under this candle. We'll go for a 1-to-1. Sometimes that happens, sometimes you get stopped out, but you just gotta get a re-entry. There we go. So pretty much just made back that loss right there. But yeah, this is why confidence in your setup is important, because like that happens a decent amount where you'll enter your trade and then you get stopped out and you just got to get a re-entry. But if you're not confident in your setup or your system, then you're not gonna have the confidence to enter again. So yeah, that's why confidence is key. It's important. Okay, let's see if we can get some more. Alright, so we had this gap, got filled, tap of the zone, and it's rejecting off this 50 SMA. So let's see if we can see if it wants to hold. We did break some more structure right here to the high, so this is a decent setup. Put my stop underneath. I have it under the zone. Because usually, like sometimes I like to have my stop loss under the zone, but then sometimes your stop loss is too big when you do that. But this ain't really that big. That's pretty normal. I'll put my stop under the zone for this one this time. Alright, so we're gonna just target this high right here. Move my stop here just a bit. Okay. There we go. Could have got a little more out of that, honestly, but I'm fine with that. 1-to-1. So right now we're up 2.5K on the account. 2 for 3. It's not bad. Okay, so price was pretty much just fucking doing nothing for a few hours, so I just had to skip ahead a bit, but it's but it's starting to break structure to the downside, so see if it wants to come back into this 5-minute demand right here and hold. Okay, at the tap, I need to see some breaking structure to the upside before I enter. The thing is though, like when a demand zone is like old like that, like all this time has passed and it finally came back down, like I don't like to get in as aggressive as I would usually. Like usually I'd get in right here at the break of the candle, but because price had all this time correcting itself, I want to see more breaks of structure to the upside, so I know that we're actually headed up, and because I could easily just break this demand zone and head down some more and grab some more liquidity. So I'm gonna wait and see. See, just like that. If I would have gone in right there, I would have lost. So really now I'm just gonna see which demand it wants to hold off of. And it's looking like tapped into this 5-minute right here. Honestly, I'm just gonna wait for another 5-minute demand set to be made on here. Okay, so we finally got a demand set up. Probably tap back into the zone, so I think I'm gonna get it here. Got the engulfing candle. I mean, right now we're at all-time highs, so that I don't really have a target. It's not really anything to target for the take profit, so see if we can go for 1 to 2. Okay. Fuck. So we just got stopped out. Damn. I mean, we were out of 1 to 1.2, so that could have been a trade right there. Could have hit that, but again, we got stopped out, and it's looking like it wants to hold. Like I'm still confident in this setup, so I'm gonna get in again. All right, let's see. Damn, we got stopped out again. Bruh. Pretty much damn near where it hit. Yeah, that's fucking annoying, man. That's like the one thing that, like, I mean, shit happens, part of trading, but like, damn, bruh. Get stopped out twice just for the trade to hit. Like, that's when it's good, like in a situation like that, that's when it's good to put your stop loss under the demand zone or above the supply zone. Because then I would have been fine both times, but here's what it is. See if I can get one more, try and make up for the loss. See if price wants to give us another. Put my stop under the zone this time. And we'll just go for 1 to 1. There we go. Perfect. So that's not bad. We have 1,600 on the account. Won 3 for 5. But that's gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the first episode of this series. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good night.